Innovation Management, Case Analysis, Haynes. So first, I'm going to start talking a little bit about Haynes. So it's an American food processing company that manufactures thousands of food products. They commercialize these products in more than 200 countries. Haynes was founded in 1869 by Henry John Haynes. So starting with the questions, the first question is, in what ways has Haynes changed since adopting the new innovative culture? So, after adopting an innovative culture, Haynes has been responding to the changing needs of customers. Haynes has reached a high level of customer satisfaction. Thanks to this, Haynes has obtained brand recognition in the past years and also customers' loyalty. This encouraged the company to deliver new products with the guarantee that they will be accepted in the market. Okay, so the next question is to sees barriers to innovation and what I would do to remove each of these barriers. So I identify 6 barriers that I think that are in the companies. So first is communication, and the solution to this is to create relationships between departments. So each area of the company will have access to the information of the whole organization. The second one is the limit employee involvement. A solution for this is to encourage employees to present new ideas and giving them incentives. The next one is lack of resources. In this case, the company has to look up for a financial entity that provides them resources just like money. And the next one is politics. I think this barrier can be removed if the company accepts change and mustn't tangle to the same old politics and habits they used to. The next barrier is fear of failure. There are no guarantees that any new idea will work, but the organization must accept failing because it's an important part of learning, development, and progress. The next barrier is no clear process. A solution for this one is to create a long-term plan that will help the organization to achieve their mission and establish how much time and resources they will need to achieve their goals. Okay, so the next question is, what are the key differences between the approaches of Measure and Madness? Okay, so first, Measure is an approach that involves techniques for examining the past, present, and future performance of an organization. It helps the organization to make predictions in a safe way, and this is a possibility to achieve existing advantages. By the other hand, madness involves the deliberate randomness of stimulus and often means defying logic in order to make a new type of sense. I think that both approaches can be used in an organization, but not in every situation, and they can't be combined, because Measure will assure you making the right decision based on real facts and real information. And on the other hand, madness is more like following instincts, and this will bring uncertainty, but this can also lead to creativity. Okay, so the next question is, why do you think Haynes has placed so much emphasis on creating time to develop big ideas? In this case, I think that Haynes tried to create big ideas because the company wants to focus on the future and being capable of adapting to the changes that the market brings. That's why they think that longer-term risks will eventually lead them to big wins. Also, these big ideas are transformed in innovative activities that the company implements. For example, they have created a fresh idea folder that encourages workers to contribute with new ideas, and another thing is that they have Chef's Work program that includes time to experiment in the kitchen on innovative ideas that become new products. This shows us that Haynes works really hard to become bigger and better. Okay, so the next question is to list 3 examples of step change innovations. I chose the camera, the cell phones, and cars. So first, starting with the cameras, the first one was created in the 15th, and it was a box with a small hole in it through which lights travel and strikes a reflective surface to project an image in color. Through the years, we can see how much they have changed. And for example, in 1981, they created the first digital electronic camera, and in the 2000s they adapted the camera to the phone for the first time. Since that year, they have been improved and adapted to different devices. The next one is cell phones. So in 1942, they create the first handy talkie, and through the years, the first uh, smartphone was created in the 1993, and it was a mobile phone that can allow you to make calls, like receive and send messages, and it works like a fax machine. So in the 2007, there was like a revolution in cell phones, and they invented the touchscreen smartphone that are cell phones like Apple and Androids. Okay, the third one is cars. So in the 1769, it was the first self-propelled road vehicle, and through the years they have been improved and gotten better. So, for example, in the 1885, the first true automobile powered by gasoline was created. In the 2000, they had like a major change because designers want to create them more efficient due to environmental concerns. Okay, so the next question is to consider an organization and to identify if this one has like an innovative culture, and would it benefit from having an innovative culture. So the one I chose was BlackBerry, a very known brand because they were one of the first companies that include on their devices a keyboard. This helped users to send out emails and instant messages easier. So many people start buying their cell phones, and the company quickly won recognition. However, other brands appear in the market just like Apple and Samsung, and they introduced smartphones with touchscreens, and users quickly felt more comfortable using these cell phones. So BlackBerry failed, not noticing that the market was changing, and they didn't anticipate to this. Thanks to this, the company couldn't compete with the rest of the brands. So I think that if the company would create an innovative culture on its different departments, just like Heinz did, they could have anticipated to those changes that the market had, because including all the members of the company and inviting them to participate can create solutions and can help the CEOs or the directors of the company to recognize useful ideas to deliver successful innovation, just like new products. Okay, so the next question is the importance of being innovative in the modern business environment. So, innovation is the process of creating and implementing a new idea. These new ideas are transformed in products and services, processes, or methods that can bring efficiency to the organization by increasing revenue and the market share. Also, organizational growth and new opportunities are identified. Innovation also helps to identify business opportunities by adapting the products or the devices to the way the marketplace is changing. So basically, if a business doesn't innovate, they cannot compete with the rest of the companies because they will not be attractive to the market. Okay, so the next question is, what can other business organizations can learn from the recent process of innovation at Heinz? So first, Heinz create an innovative culture. This is really important because most of the companies don't take workers' opinion into account. And only CEOs are the ones making decisions. In the case of Haynes, they encourage all individuals and teams to develop new ideas, and these ideas are welcome from all directors. Okay, so second, the creation of the innovation program at Haynes that involve a certain amount of measure in order to establish the objectives and evaluate the success of the program. This is very useful because it helps the organization to plan a series of future events, items, or performances they have to develop. And the third one is that another factor that Haynes develop and bring to the market is new products. And with this, they have really satisfied the needs of their customers. They always focus on users, and this has created a competitive advantage over the competition because they have guaranteed customer loyalty. The next question is, what does each of the following business terms mean in the context of the case study? So first, dynamic environment is characterized by uncertainty. So the information about external factors are hard to predict. Also, this type of environment changes frequently, which makes it difficult to take decisions and probability of success is low. Okay, so the next term is year-on-year profit growth. This compares the results of different periods of the company's performance, analyzing if they improve compared to last year's results. The next one is capital equipment. These are the goods that the firm owns that help them on their daily production. The next one is benchmarking, and it helps to find out what the best practices are in a particular line of business or in a specific sector. The next one is organizational culture, and is the way that workers act and behave based on the values that the organization establishes. Next is step change innovation, that is developing new skills with a strong external focus. Okay, the next one is new product development, and this is creating new products that will satisfy customers' needs by introducing novelty. The next one is the virtuous circle, that when organizations have successfully pioneered innovation, it becomes an established and ongoing aspect of the way in which the organization operates. The last one is human resources department, that this department examines, recruit, train, and leadership programs to identify new approaches that will encourage, develop, and recognize the skills required to deliver successful innovation.